P said he ready, then I'm ready.
Baseline.
Hey! Yeah. Episode 101, y'all. Huh. Yeah, yeah. Wait. The Porch Podcast. It's the Porch Podcast. Yeah, the Porch Podcast. What? The Porch Podcast. Here we go. Influential. I'm back. I'm Top Gun. Porch Podcast 101. We back to a new episode. Flow with the toe. I'ma do a different style with the no. Yo. Back with my brother P. It's your boy DJ to the mother E. Look, got the peace sign up. It's the Porch Podcast and the podcast. How I messed that word up, P? I don't know. We got it back quickly. I got to get the flow back. Some saying I ain't flowing. But right now, I'm just going low, and you know why? It's the Porch Podcast. I ain't even rhyme. It's the Porch Podcast. Let's go. This the Porch Podcast. Here we go. And it's the Porch Podcast. Let's. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
P original, baby.
There you go. There we go. And this is episode 101. That's it. That's it. That's it. Talk to him, P. Talk to him.
Hey, man, I'm going to start off by first off saying, apologize once again, man, for the visual last week. Can't explain the internet. The only thing I can say sometimes is, things just don't go according to plan. It's kind of one of those things that happen. But if you got a chance to listen to it on any of your favorite podcast or streaming services, as you can tell, the sound was right where it needed to be. But with the past being in the past and moving into the future, welcome to episode 101. And if I recall, man, picking up where we left off last week, man, we were talking about some of the things. Obviously, Thanksgiving. So hopefully, all of you guys and all of you ladies have had a great Thanksgiving, great holiday. We talked about that. We also discussed the concept of Black Friday deals, what people call deals, what people were going to do, take advantage of it, if they were going to participate, not. Kind of talked about it. With that stuff in the rearview mirror, I think it's only right now that we address, how everything was. How did everything go? Hey, man, how was your Thanksgiving, my brother?
Good.
Okay.
Good. I'm going to come in the camera in a second.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Nope, not a problem. And with that being said, I'll tell you how mine's went. If you want me to start off that way, brother. But
yeah, start off.
Yeah. So all right,
I'm bringing old throat. What you call it? Old throat to this episode.
I see OT coming back.
OT coming back.
So Thanksgiving was a success. Anytime you get a chance, obviously, to spend time with your family, close friends, depending on who you were with during your Thanksgiving, it was a success. The reason why I say it was a success is because, once again, it's always bigger than the turkey, bigger than the food. It's always about the moment,
right?
And I can definitely say that it was a very, very necessary moment, especially in my family.
Right.
During this time of the year, man, with these holidays, man, there are times of celebration, but there are also times that, we remember things that, people that, we can't physically, spend time with. And we all, if you live long enough, you're going to all, have some concept of that, going on in your life.
Right.
But, the other thing that I noticed, that as the holidays are coming about, right, and these things are coming to be, a lot of things are changing just in my life in general.
Right.
Conversations about, how we spend holidays. Should they still be done traditionally? Some people are big on traditions, right? Where, rotate, you come here, you eat the food over here, we congregate together here for a minute. And, I can remember a time, where, we would, have to try to visit multiple places all in one day. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because everybody couldn't meet in one location. You had to go this place, that place, and then you would miss out on certain things and find yourself more tired than anything, tired and full at the end of the day more than anything else.
Hmm.
And now, I'm at a place in my life now. These holidays really need to look the same way they always look for them to be appreciated the same way. And I don't necessarily think so.
Right. Right. I agree.
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, it's one of those things where I believe now we're in a place where I might want to be on a cruise ship for a holiday.
Hmm.
You know, I might want to be on an island. You
Hmm.
know, I might want to be on a private island, which is my house.
Hmm.
You know, I think things change, and I think sometimes when changes come about, people look at it and start saying that you're going against the concept of tradition. But traditions are created, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything isn't
Yeah.
followed. They're
Yeah.
standards, right?
Right.
We create traditions all the time.
Right. Episode 101. Episode. This is a tradition that every week you're going to get an episode of the Porch Podcast. It's a tradition, like a ritual.
Yeah, some of the
Shit, I'm
conversations
sorry I
me
had to
and
do
you,
that for a minute. I had to do that for a minute. I'm
nah,
sorry.
nah, man, like you said, but no, but look, honestly speaking, doing things and appreciating them and enjoying them, that's the main focus. It's not always about tradition. Because here's my thing with tradition, right? Without it being long and drawn out. The thing about traditions are they work in that moment, right?
Hmm.
And what people do is sometimes they call things traditions that are habits,
Right.
right? Like it's a habit for us to do certain things, or it's a habit to go certain places, and to it's a habit to be, certain, involved in certain things at a specific time of the year.
Hmm.
But what I think people forget along the way is that you got to live your life.
You have to. You
You got
have
to live.
to. If
You got to live your
if
life.
you don't, it's gonna live without you.
Yeah, it moves forward. Like if you're busy trying to make sure that you follow every tradition in life, how do you create new traditions, right? Or how do you
Hmm.
create, or what happens when you miss out on certain moments in life? What happens? Do you at that point turn around and say, you know what I mean? Well, at least we follow tradition. I don't think that that's the way that life's supposed to go. Don't get me wrong. I do think that you got to set a standard, right? I do
Right.
think that there's certain things that present themselves and that we, need a basic fundamental blueprint on how and what it looks like.
Hmm.
Some years back, I know me and you, and some of our, cousins that are like sisters to us, we talked to them about trying to do a family reunion because we felt it was necessary for our kids
Hmm.
to know each other. Like we knew how we traditionally came up with family reunions and all of those things where we came together collectively as a family. And we worked on it and it was great. But what we found out more than anything else is that it takes a collective effort, right?
Right.
And that everybody, just because of a person not participating in something, doesn't mean they don't care.
Oh, right. Right. Absolutely.
Participation is not an indication of caring. It's not.
No, it isn't.
Sometimes, man, we need to do things that make us feel good. See, we can't feel good with others until we know how to make ourselves feel good.
Hmm.
And sometimes we get in a situation where we're so programmed to see things from one perspective that when it changes, the change actually disrupts, your ability to be able to be happy.
That's because a person is not thinking with the parachute effect. They're not thinking with an open mind.
Ooh, I like that.
They're
Woo!
more so. They're more so just stuck on what was told and what life is supposed to be and how they were taught it. Again, it goes by what you're shown in life, what you're taught in life. Like how these things. How do you expect to ever be you if you're always following everybody else's tradition?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's just how it is. Like I don't
Yeah,
mind getting together. Let's just say for Thanksgiving with the family, but I've definitely broke the tradition of having to buy something on Black Friday.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, I
right.
broke that tradition. I mean, we know. I understand what you're saying about the food and the memory and families come together, but truthfully, with me, Thanksgiving is not a tradition. It's a holiday, but it's not a tradition because everybody's doing the same thing. Majority of people. Was tradition was like on Soul Food when they met every Sunday for Sunday dinner at Big Mama's house.
That's a tradition.
That's a real tradition
Right.
because it's something that their family created and they followed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving is a world tradition, just like everybody think they got to get some on Black Friday. Listen, do you know how much money was netted on Black Friday?
No, no. How much? What are we talking about?
9.12 billion. 9.12 billion dollars was made just on Friday.
Wow.
So it goes back to the conversation we was having on the last episode about this is the day everything goes on sale because they're clearing things out. Of course they could have did this all year, but they know we gonna come this year. You know why? Tradition.
I mean, you talking about a 9.2? You said how much
Nine
trillion?
point one two
Nine
billion.
point one two billion. Okay,
Yeah,
but okay, would it be? All right,
yeah.
9.12 billion.
Yep.
That's why they do it.
Now I don't know what was the numbers for Monday, but at the time I read that report, what was expected for Monday was 11.6 billion. You ain't even gotta leave the house now. Cyber
Oh,
Monday,
okay.
you ain't even gotta leave the house now.
Oh,
Yeah,
no sir.
Cyber Money supposed to do more than Black Friday. That's a broken tradition. See, here's the funny thing about it. Here's the funny thing about it. Since we talking about tradition, right? People like to follow tradition, and you just made a great statement. When they make a change, it makes it seem like they don't want to participate or they're going against it. It's like almost somebody's looking at them who doesn't agree that they don't want to participate, who doesn't agree is looking at them like they just made a negative impact, right? That's what it almost
Mm-hmm.
seems like. However, Cyber Monday didn't exist when we were kids, P.
Nah, no sir, no sir.
Right. Yeah. That became a tradition
No
after
doubt.
Black Friday, right? It's a new tradition. And as we see, they expecting that to make more money than what the tradition is.
I think
Which
it
which
happened when
which
Black Friday didn't click the way they thought it was.
right. This
They
they
said, "Oh,
did
we gonna
Cyber
have to."
Monday. We gotta make new shit, new shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how it was. So now
Word up.
they seeing that's making all that, right?
Yeah,
But my
yeah,
whole point is the new tradition was more beneficial.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to get to. It's not even about the money. Y'all just know if I can use money to make y'all pay attention, I'm gonna do it. But it's about the fact that P, you just said you might want to be on a cruise. You might want to be on an island. You want to do something different. You don't want to do the same old thing. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You don't.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
my point is sometimes when you make changes, you get a better result.
Absolutely.
Use Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Because
yeah.
before I could see it probably another 15 years. Black Friday. You know what I mean? Slippery Saturday. Like that's what it's gonna be.
But, yeah, yeah,
Slippery
yeah.
Saturday, Super Sunday,
Exactly.
Cyber Monday. Because what's gonna
Well,
happen is they like, wait a minute. What the hell is that?
I don't know. That's the code. It jumped in on you. Yeah, that's Super Sunday trickling over into Monday.
Turn that shit off, P. You might be messing up the show.
It ain't me, bruh.
Oh shit. Oh
Oh yeah.
shit.
What happened?
Hey yo,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
sorry for the copyright. I didn't ask for that to pop on like that.
Nah, not a
Man,
problem, man.
I
You
didn't
don't
know
want
it
to
was
know.
coming from over here, man.
Yeah, that's the effects of Cyber Monday. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they said,
It's
wait a
gonna
minute.
get,
You know,
it's gonna take,
you
yeah,
know what they said? Wait a minute. He talking too much. He talking too much.
yeah.
We need a
That's why that.
distraction.
Yeah, talk about it Tuesday.
Guess what?
That's what happened.
Talk about it Tuesday. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where you at Wednesday?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
and I'm taking it again on Thursday.
yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then watch Black Friday gonna be after Black Friday, like the movie Friday. Watch what's happening.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like E, you make a great point, man. To the sense of one day, all of a sudden, somebody came up and was like, "Look, enough of this didn't sell, man.
Right.
We're gonna need to run it back some kind of way. Let's call it Cyber Monday." And the
Cyber,
reason why Cyber Monday didn't exist when we was kids because the
because the internet was
cyberspace
yeah.
of it didn't exist like
Well,
to
it
that
wasn't
degree.
yeah. Yeah,
It was
but
foreign. You didn't buy nothing with no real money off of a computer screen. You didn't
right,
even know if it was real. So you
right.
now, they got to come up with it. But I would not be surprised, which is why, all right, let's
But
think about it too.
you just said something else. I'm gonna let you finish what you're saying, but I just gotta touch on what you just
No,
said.
no, go ahead, before you lose.
You
I don't want
just
you to lose. Go
said
ahead.
the reason why Cyber Monday didn't
Yeah.
exist
Uh-huh.
because basically the space wasn't there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So because life has evolved so much,
Come
why
on
do we
now.
feel like we gotta always do everything the same?
Yeah, because it's the situation of tradition.
Right,
That word to me holds us hostage sometimes from growing and developing or
right,
accepting change,
yeah,
which is the reason why I said what I said about traveling and going places. If Thanksgiving is about giving thanks for what you have in life, those who you have in your life and the opportunity, you're supposed to be able to celebrate that thanks any way that you want to
anyway and
because you're
anywhere.
thankful.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, what if 2 years ago I was a vegan, but y'all insist that the only thing that's going to be at Thanksgiving is going to be fried chicken, ham, turkey. I'm gone. I don't want to be there. I'm cool. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to be around it. I'm not. So if I choose to go someplace and go through a whole different kind of appreciation
talk about it,
of
cause I'm
thanks,
telling you.
it's different, and that's why I say sometimes it's real. Not sometimes, more often than not, our inability to adjust is a mindset thing,
Hmm.
right? It's a mindset thing. We are creatures of habit. Every habit ain't a bad habit, but there
Right,
are some habits that can be crippling. There
right.
are some habits and some things that we do that could prevent us from doing things at a higher rate
Hmm.
because we're more concerned about going against the grain of tradition
Right.
than tapping into what we know is the next great thing for us.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's a doctor, Doctor Lion,
Hmm.
female
You
doctor. She
telling you
talks.
telling the truth though. You telling the truth though.
Yeah, telling the
Oh,
truth.
different line.
Yeah, Lion spelled like the King of the Jungle. No, not even spelled like the King of the Jungle. I think it's Lyon, right? Yeah, that
Okay.
Doctor Lion. Yeah. So she, it could be Doctor Leon, and I don't know,
I
but
was
I'm
getting
just
ready to
saying.
say it.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I mean, but she New York
Dr.
doctor. And
Leon.
she was explaining. She talks about the anatomy, right? A lot. So she was saying that the world isn't obese; they're under muscled, right? That's how
Right.
she seen it. So she was
Gotcha.
explaining how important protein and everything is to build muscle. Why protein is
Right.
something that's important to diet. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we should be eating more of it. So the guy that was interviewing her asked her. He was like, "Why do you think it's such a hard thing for some people to adjust diets even if they know it's just better for them?" And she said something that stood out to me. She said because people have an emotional attachment to food,
Food. Absolutely.
right?
I super duper agree with that.
Emotional attachment to food. With that being
Absolutely.
said, I sat back and I just thought about what you just said. They don't want to change the tradition and they act the way they act because of the emotional attachment to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might make them remind them of a person that, that's no longer with them. Man, I knew right about 6:30. You know what I mean? 6:30 in that second in that 4 o'clock game of football.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Leon, not Leon. Uncle Leon.
French. He French on the holiday. He
Yeah.
French on the holiday.
He, this one he gonna grab the beard because Dallas gonna do something stupid and
Yeah.
say, "Come on, man, come on,
Yeah.
they let me down every time," and you
Yeah.
gotta be there for that moment.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
we got some people, especially of our culture, that lose their mind. Ain't no mac and cheese in here.
Hey. Or if two people cook, it'd be like somebody ain't talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Why we got two pans of mac? Somebody could have made that. You'd be like, I know you didn't bring nothing.
Right,
You
and
didn't
then you be
bring
like,
nothing.
no, 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 no. You think you know everything. That one got shrimp and stuff, and it's a seafood mac, and that's a regular mac. Cause some little Dante is allergic to
Yeah.
shellfish.
Yeah. And I think
So
specific
why is that
food,
even here? Because little
I'm saying,
Dante might grab that by mistake. I didn't know it was seafood because it's that's the only thing. That's the only thing. It's not like it's a whole bunch. We ain't got shrimps and shit. Yeah, but why have any if that's the shit people want to see.
and that's why me and my son wasn't gonna come because y'all wasn't gonna be considerate of that. And I get it because y'all wanted that today. You know
Yo
what
want
I'm
to do
saying?
that? Yeah.
It's just like you turn around. You got the people they show up. You know what I mean. You know they got a blood pressure problem. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean. Uncle Jay, 3 pieces of ham, man. 3 pieces. Mind your business, nephew.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I took you to the doctor's appointment. You can't do that, man. Like, listen, what are we doing?
No. The doctor
What are we
didn't
doing?
say I couldn't have ham. He said it
Nah,
was the
man.
fried.
It's just
It's the fried food. It's the fried food. It is not. It's not the baked. Ham is baked.
ham is
Ham
baked,
is baked. I can eat that.
right? No,
Yeah,
it's
but
baked today.
it's baked
But you
today.
gonna put
Yeah.
it on that. You gonna put it on that cast iron pan, or you can put it in some flour when you get
No, I'm
home
not. That's why I'm eating the 3
and,
now. I'm not taking none with me. You
and
think
get
you
you
know everything?
a deep fried ham sandwich. Like, don't nobody even fry ham. Like, why would you? But the point is this. They turn around. Listen, that's what the problem is, man. Y'all young boys. First off, I ain't been young. I ain't been young for a while.
Yeah.
I ain't been young for a while. But you know what I mean? No, but y'all think y'all know everything, man. You know what I'm saying? First off, I ain't gonna eat all this today. That's not about that. It's not about that. You know what I mean? It's about the fact that you know that you just talked to me on the phone last week and you were saying that you needed to watch your sugars and your salts and you
Because
in
you
here.
was short. You was short winded.
Right. You taking a whole sweet potato pie home and half a ham. Like you were, but it's tradition. But it's tradition. You traditionally been eating. This is why you like that because you've been following tradition.
Yeah, that's what
I
we
think you
saying.
need to find some new concepts.
Yeah,
I think
because
you need to talk to come on.
tradition means you do everything the same. So if you're doing
Yeah, you
everything the
ever
same,
notice?
how you
Let me say this.
evolving?
To you. Yeah, you ever notice? Look at the practices, right?
Hmm.
Take this for what it's worth. Look at the practices of some of the younger doctors versus some of the older doctors.
Right.
I used to wonder when I was younger. I used to say, well, do doctors go to doctors when they don't feel good, or do they just diagnose themselves?
Right.
No, doctors go to doctors too,
They have to.
right? In all forms, right?
Hmm.
And what I'm saying is that if you ever look up and you take notice, different ones practice different ways, right? You got holistic medicine people, you got other people. Without getting too deep into that situation, but
You don't want to do that.
right, what I really realize more than anything else is that most people aren't fighting against what the doctor is saying; they're fighting against the tradition.
Mm.
Oh, they are. Uncle, man, listen. Aunt Thelma lived to be 106, and she ate fat back 3 times a week. You know, might be lying. She might be lying. She might have stopped eating that when she was younger, but because you remember that and that's what you was told, you make it a tradition. So no matter what your actual, physical was telling you, you're gonna do what you've been doing because it's tradition, not because it's the smart thing to do, not because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Tradition, like
Well,
you said, Black Friday.
I'm gonna say this
Oh,
though about that.
what?
I Thelma, she might really was eating fatback.
Maybe, but
Yeah,
we
she
still
might.
trying to figure
But
out how to live our life
the
through our
difference
Thelma,
of
though.
her fatback,
Right.
she wasn't getting that fatback from the store. She was getting it from the slaughterhouse in her backyard.
See, here's the thing with that, right? And I and,
Right.
and, and
So
I've
it's a
heard that.
little
I've
bit
heard
more.
that
She was
too.
getting organic fatback. You ever seen organic fatback anywhere?
No, but no, but on top of that, but see, that's almost what you just said. Was almost tradition talk.
No,
It
no,
was,
no, no,
in
no.
my
I
opinion.
ain't
The
finished
reason
making my
why.
point. I ain't finished making my
Okay, my
point.
bad. Go ahead, make your point, brother. My bad.
What I'm saying is,
Mm.
even if she was getting it like that, doesn't mean that that's what kept her alive for 100 and something years. Because she may have ate. Let's say she ate fat. I'm just bringing it down. Ate fat back every morning, right?
Mhm.
But for the rest of the day, made sure she had her herbs and she ate vegetables, fruit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
stuff that, garlic, honey, stuff like cinnamon in her coffee. Y'all gonna take that one part that helps your argument.
Mm-hmm.
I still eat bacon. I
Mm-hmm.
don't eat bacon every day, but I also eat salmon. I also eat salads. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then I might go to
Yeah.
Burger King.
It's all right, E.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's all right. That's all right.
But what
That's
I'm
all right.
saying, what I'm saying to you is, Burger King. I drink about 3 sodas a episode. If y'all want to sponsor the Porch Podcast, we here. We here. We here. Just let y'all know. You
As you
know.
can see, consistently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I mean. So.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with you. I think that, like we were saying, just in terms of even with the shopping side of it, right? Not even just the eating.
And guess what?
What what's that?
Just to say this because it's not going to make sense if I don't say it now.
Mhm.
They wasn't even there when Aunt Thelma was eating it. Somebody told them about it.
This is what I'm saying, E.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. E. We walk into a doctor's office and they got pictures on the wall of what the inside of your body look like. The person that we talking to is an MD, medical doctor, has
Mm-hmm.
a degree in medicine.
I thought he was a Mac Daddy or something. Remember that back in the day, Mac Daddy?
Yeah,
They got him,
yeah,
Mac Daddy.
can't be practicing medicine all the time. You know, picture on the wall, talking to somebody who's supposed to be an expert when it comes to like medical situations, and you'd rather go with the blueprint that one Aunt Thelma that lived to be 106, and somebody told you what she used to eat over the doctor who's pointing to you to saying the reason why that cough so deep you got is this area right here. We did the X-rays, we did everything else, but you're gonna go off of that tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition in our mind. We think that as long as we do the things that our ancestors did, that our lives in the present and in the future are going to be good. Here's my problem, right? Here's my problem with that. I think that sometimes it stunts the growth. And if it stunts your growth, those who you can help grow are also going to be impacted by that as well.
Well, here's the thing.
You know?
Number one killer in America is stress,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And a lot of times, people don't believe that what we put on our diet helps the stress. Think about it. That's why people get different emotions with different alcohols. If you drink alcohol as part of your diet, because it's going it's going through your system, you're digesting it, all that. So it's part of your diet. So some
You
people
believe
say,
that though? Do you think that though? Seriously? Like, do you believe that your personality is different depending on what you like, what type of alcohol you consume?
no, I don't. But what I do believe that people have a pre-mindset of what certain alcohols do to them, and their brain puts them into that feeling. I don't drink dark, man. That dark give me the Rams. So now, do you give them the cup? All right, man. That's all y'all got. All right, now if I swing on PJ over here, man, after I drink this, man, you just blame it on alcohol. No, you wanted to fight PJ anyway.
And you don't have a dark liquor problem. You have an
Yeah,
alcohol problem.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need. You
Right.
don't
That's
need
what
any.
that's what I'm saying. So yeah, so no, I don't believe that this liquor gives you this reaction. Nah, I don't believe that. However, I do believe that people get a pre mindset of what all the time when people say, "Oh no, don't mix light and dark." Yeah, no, yeah, I done heard people say, "I don't even drink and I know not to mix light and dark." Shut up, man. You heard somebody say that because I done had a shot of tequila over here at a party before, and then went over here and had some Hennessy on the rocks, and nothing happened because I don't
I
believe in
think.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree
But what
with
I'm
you.
what I'm saying what I'm saying is about food. This is my more real point I was breaking. Food can also, because I understand what I just Eric. Here's the question: how do you think alcohol is a mental thing, but food isn't? Well, here's the thing: some people that drink, regardless if it makes them happy or sad, if they don't get sick by it, they'll go back and run that back, right?
Hmm.
Some people could go eat some sweets and knowing it's going to make their stomach hurt, but because they love the taste of it so much, they feel like they got to have it, and every time it's going to make their stomach hurt. So let's just say you was in a bad mood, and you like, listen, man, I need my favorite piece of cake over here. I know it's going to give me gas, it's going to make me feel bad later, but I need my favorite piece of cake. That kick. So that for that's basically just like drugs. Seriously, not to be
Mm-hmm.
funny, but you eat the cake, you feel good for the moment. Now, soon as your stomach start hurting, you like, damn, I don't feel good. Why is my stomach? I know that cake do that. I don't know why I do that, but that cake do that every time. We all guilty of that, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
turn around and say, why did I get the cake in the first place? Oh yeah, because I was messing, because such and such did this and it messed my whole day up. Can't believe this man. That man can't believe this chick did this, and you right back to it
Yeah,
because you're not
Albert.
gonna. That's I say all that to say that's a traditional habit that some people follow. Drink away the
Yeah,
pain and things of
yeah.
that nature, and it's not helping them. What's going to help them is a different approach, changing
A-
tradition.
Albert Einstein made a quote by Albert Einstein, very practical but very, very much sensible.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "We cannot solve our problems. We cannot solve our problems thinking with the same mind that we use to create them." Basically, acknowledging that it's a
Wait.
mindset of just we cannot solve our problems we cannot solve our problems thinking with the same mind that we use to create them. So when you say something, I'm going to, I have this drink because I had a stressful day. When you put something on top of a stressful day that could have a negative impact as well, you're not moving any closer to the solution. You're actually feeding the problem because the mind hasn't been changed. See, you can alter your mind or you can change your mind. Altering your mind is somebody, looking for something else to throw off the feeling or the thing that you have going on with that particular situation. Changing your mind is literally like anything else, like changing your clothes. Like if you
Yep.
just take off one piece of clothing, let's say you change your socks but keep everything else on, you basically still have on the same thing you had on. You just change your socks.
Right.
But if you go and you change it, you take off your clothes, you get in the shower, you know what I'm saying? You
Please
get
get in the
yourself
shower.
together. Right.
Please.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
You get in the shower, you get dressed with some new, fresh clothes. You ever see how many times if you think about it from this perspective, just about any time that you've ever thought about something not being right, when you clean it, it's so much better, right?
Right.
When you feel like your body, I'm tired, man, I'm sore, this, that, and the third. I just want to take me a shower. You take a shower, you feel a little better. When you get up and you want to get ready to you go outside and you're like, dang, it's a nice day outside, the car dirty. You go to the car wash, you feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
When you look up
Run
and
a
you
little better too, don't it?
run a little better too. When you look at your house and it's not in order, we can keep it a buck. Everybody can pretend that their house is always in order because everybody's house ain't always in order. But when you clean your house and it's clean and it's more presentable, for lack of terms, don't you feel better about the home? You
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it a little more. And when things aren't right in those areas, one of the first things that we do is we complain to those who aren't helping to adjust those things. See, some things require you to totally change the mindset. Once again, Albert Einstein said we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we use to create them.
Right.
Change your mind, change your outcomes.
Right.
So
Change
that's
your
what's
mind,
going on
change
with
your life. I'm telling you.
that's real. So when you look at it from the perspective of these traditions about, like we talk about, we joke about Thanksgiving and these holidays and Christmas that's going to be approaching and New Year's when the resolutions start again. And when you look up and you think about, Black Friday, and then you turn around and say, I miss Black Friday's deal, but I'll catch him on Cyber Monday. You know, I'm not saying to not take part in these things because like anything else in life, opportunities present themselves. You're supposed to strike when the iron is hot.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is when it comes to traditions, don't allow them to be the blueprint to what your future gonna look like. If your heart desires to do something different, and you thankful for the opportunity and in the position to be able to do it, by all means, do that and enjoy it. But before we get any further into this episode,
I just
Joel, I
want to
think
say
we
this.
better.
I just want to say this. Since we's talking about changing your mind, because I know people's getting ready to do this anyway. I just want to do it.
Okay.
If you
Mm-hmm.
if you
I
are
get to sip
trying
my
to
coffee.
plan an event that you know you need to celebrate. Maybe a tradition, a
Oh
birthday.
yeah.
You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? Or
Oh
you want to
yeah.
get married, or you want to do some things of that nature.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
you
yeah.
feel like I don't want to plan this no more. It's too hard. Before you change your mind,
Mm-mm-mm.
I got a company that can help you out. Let y'all see them.
Look, check it out. Let's get that stress off your plate. All right? Got that big event coming up, and you don't want to have to do all the work. I got a company for you, full service event company that's going to take care of all of your event planning needs. That's www.fncevents.com. A full service event planning company. Take all the stress off your head, kick back and enjoy the party. Once again, that's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there, get that party booked, and get it done. Back to the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Way to handle business, my brother. Way to handle business. Yeah, man. But, like I said, is it anything wrong with traditions? Once again, no, it's nothing wrong with traditions. Is it anything wrong with creating new traditions or new things that you want to do or, making sure that you don't miss the real concept of what the moment is truly about? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? That's the main thing with me. But I don't know if you want to get into. I don't think we want to switch it up a little bit this week, man. We ain't did this in a while. Maybe this or that. How we feeling?
Oh, you ready for it right now?
We can do it now. We can do it now. That we can carry on. You know how we do.
Welcome to another episode of This or That, where we're featuring the brothers from the Porch podcast. Sit back, get ready, and enjoy the show.
Man. They only made one E, man. They only made one E. I promise you.
There can only be one E. Nobody like me. I'm singing R. Kelly live on the Porch podcast.
I was getting ready to
Yes,
say.
it-
I was getting ready to say. Hey. So, welcome to another episode of This or That, where I ask E a series of questions and eventually I get an answer. He's been pretty sharp, y'all. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off slow, man. Skinny French fries or thick cut wedges?
Skinny French fries.
Since we was talking about food and everything with Thanksgiving. Okay. All right. Are you more of an iced tea or iced coffee type of brother?
Um, tea, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
green tea to be exact, too. Diet green tea. I drink diet green tea. Wow.
Okay. Got you. Yeah, that green tea is good.
Yeah, I get the diet.
Shout out to Wawa. Not a problem.
Listen.
We have no problem drinking it on the show.
Right.
Absolutely no problem.
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out.
Okay. Pepsi or Coke? Represent.
Coca-Cola.
You better know this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardio or weightlifting, brother?
I got to do both now, man. I can't.
Yeah.
I used to just be an all cardio dude in the gym. I got to lift now. Like, it's just there. I have to.
Okay. Amazon or local shops?
I go local shops first if they got what I need.
Okay.
But the problem, the sad thing about what hurt a lot of Amazon hurt a lot of local shops. We get to that after this, but I can tell you why when we get to after this or that.
Absolutely. Ramen or pho? I don't know if you know the difference between them, but ramen or pho?
Not the biggest fan of neither one, man. But I don't know. I know. The noodle based type. Joint you talking
Pretty
about.
much. Yeah. I think like anything else, man. A lot of times it depended upon where you're getting it from.
Yeah.
I think some places just do things just better. I don't care if you're talking about ramen, pho, steak, shrimp,
And
chicken, whatever you're talking about.
and
I
what
think
it
all
is
depends on
too,
where
I
you want.
think about that. You know, it became big. It's becoming bigger nowadays in multiple cultures because that's not a new thing for them. You know what I mean? For the cultures, I think pho is Vietnamese. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Pho is and what's ramen? Which nationality is basically
I don't want to.
heavy? Yeah.
I don't want to missay, but
Yeah.
I think that I know the other one, like you said, pho is Vietnamese.
Right.
So
Right.
I would have to do
My
some research
my
on it.
point is, again,
Hmm.
once somebody ties something to it and now create a tradition, yeah, this is it. This is like once something is the right thing makes something popular, we run from it. I mean, we run to it. You know what I mean? You
Right?
know.
Yeah, we live in a trending world, trending
Yeah.
times.
Right.
So, all right, kind of switch it up a little bit. This is more like a couples type of situation, man. I just interested in that since we talking about family, Thanksgiving, this time, and all that type of stuff. It's kind of funny. Receive a wink. I'm gonna add
Mhm.
this into it from your spouse during a business meeting. I guess you guys work together, or play footsies at dinner.
Run that back.
So in this question, you got to be of the mindset that you and your significant other work together.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right. So we
Yeah.
start there. So
Let's go.
receive a wink during a business meeting, or play footsies at dinner.
I'm gonna play footsies at dinner because that might roll into the other room.
Exactly,
that little
exactly.
that little wink, something in my eye, baby. That's you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean. You know what
yeah.
I
You
mean?
think
But
something on
you
your
keep
face
rubbing,
now? Yeah,
you rubbing on my feet under the table. They go ahead, bitch, stop playing. What you doing now? What you
yeah.
doing
Hold up.
now? What you doing
I,
now? What you
what you
doing now?
doing?
What you
What you
doing now?
trying to
What
do?
you trying to do?
Yeah, yeah. Receive. Check this out, man. We're gonna flip it right from a male perspective, obviously.
Mhm.
All right. Would you rather receive a surprise romantic dinner or a surprise shopping spree?
For the man, for me, would I
I mean,
rather?
yeah, I'm talking about for you.
Oh, shopping
You
spree,
specifically. Okay.
shopping spree.
Okay. Okay. Now, that's where I would have leaned. You can grab something to eat while we out. I don't care if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Chick-fil-A after we go and get everything I want to get. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
You can
Would
take
you
me to get an order of cheese fries from the local pizza shop. I'm happy.
all right, check this out. Since we in that, would you rather receive a love note on your car windshield at work or a sexy text message?
Sexy text message. Getting that instant, baby. Getting
Yeah.
that
Now,
instant.
see, my thing is it sexy because my mind is dirty or that the text message is direct? Because you can
So,
misread a
cause
text message.
all the time. So you telling me love notes are more direct? You right? I like that.
I'm
I
thinking the
like
love
that.
note. I'm
I
thinking.
like
I'm
that.
thinking if you go as
Okay.
far as going outside to put it on
Yeah.
my windshield,
Yeah.
don't get too
Y'all
much
know
more
Pete's
direct than
serious
that.
about that. Pete's serious at that because he don't just willingly ever answer this or that he didn't because So he mean that get him. He want a love note. His birthday coming up.
You know that. You know what I mean? Would you rather be best friends slash lovers or just lovers?
Both. The best friend slash
First
lovers.
one, right?
Yeah.
First one, yeah. Okay. All right. Let me say. Okay. Fine. This will be the last one. We try to keep it family. Find your lover waiting in a bubble bath at home, or all packed for a surprise weekend getaway.
Mm-hmm. You said do it again. Yeah. I'm just gonna hear.
Well, find your lover waiting in a bubble bath, or all packed for a surprise weekend getaway.
Surprise we can get away.
Yeah. See, I want to say this before we go out of that. You know how we've been talking about tradition the entire time?
Right.
Most of our responses would have been the same, right?
Right.
Two of the main ones that I'm addressing in this point right here is this last one you just answered, which was a surprise getaway weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in a shopping spree, right? Where in the past, traditionally, most people would say those are both monetarily based situations,
Right.
which goes against tradition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because traditionally, it makes more sense to I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna have a romantic dinner, and then we're gonna get into the bubble bath together.
Mm-hmm.
The point that I want to make in this is we live in an ever changing world,
Right.
and there's things that are not traditions that are more individually based.
Right.
And we have to be comfortable with going against the grain, which is tradition in a sense, to be able to actually live that fulfilled life that you want. That's
Right.
all I got as far as question for that
But
particular thing.
but my point is also, with these choices, right? And I know these are just examples, you know. if I'm receiving it as a man, why can't I have it all?
which is
'Cause-
another tradition. It's we've been known to be, providers,
yeah,
protectors, and all these things. And with these badges of honor, I just want to say that
yeah.
not a
With the badge
burden,
of
but a
honor,
blessing.
we
With
will
these
literally
badges
give
of
you
honor,
the whole world.
we will do that.
Right.
We will do that, regardless of what you were introduced to, your tradition, your upbringing, or whatever. Because I think that you're supposed to be, you know, in terms of a man, because I can only speak from a male perspective, you're supposed to be stand up.
Yeah.
You know, we do most of our most important things standing up. So I
Mm-hmm.
just believe that we're supposed to be stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my spill on that situation. But I'm not saying to get rid of traditions. I'm just saying don't hold yourself hostage to them at the same time. That's what my thing is on that. You know what I mean, bro? You can
Mm-hmm.
take us out of this or that this week, brother.
Mm, the end of this or that.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
So it looks like ramen uh, may have started and maybe I think ramen may be started in Japan. I don't know.
So it may be Japanese.
Yeah, maybe Japanese food.
Okay. I
And
can live with that.
I could be wrong, but
I can live with that. Well, I think the most important thing is like even with that, right? Even with some of that, we live in a time now where if you told certain people, man, that you was gonna go out to dinner for Thanksgiving, they would look at you like you was cussing.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you can turn around and say, well, no, I'm tired of throwing food away. See, what you say is me wasting money. Well, you can just come over to such and such house, and I could. Or I can just go out to dinner with my family, be comfortable with that. But you can do that any day of the week.
Right.
And that's what being thankful is about. That's really what being thankful is
That's what
about.
I'm saying. Like my point is, what we label as tradition, we don't have no problem with doing that. But why are you so tied to the day and not realizing that you should be thankful and of Thanksgiving every day?
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's
Right.
that's the thing, because again, like you said, and I understood what you said. Why can't they give us this price all year round instead of on Black Friday? Or why can't they give us this sale online all year round instead of just for Cyber Monday? Because we the world has trained us to understand that we are big on things when the day has a meaning. And the only way a day has a meaning is from an event. An event has to mean something to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, so if you some of them it makes sense. Some of them is going to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, okay, who's not going to want to be happy today made another year I lived.
Right.
But when you basically look at it, years are labeled as 365 days. So from 365 or 66 days, depending what kind of year it is, from the day of your birthday, you will turn another age. Now, let's say that they cut years in half.
Right.
Do our age double? You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
all I'm saying is we only giving ourselves an age because time is created. And so we look at an event, see what it stands for, what day it landed on. This is why we celebrate. Because you ever ask yourself this question? This is crazy, right? It's not certain holidays and traditions. Because I'm gonna touch on religion a little bit, right? Certain holidays and traditions don't have set number days. They change every year.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving just has to be on a Thursday. Why though? Right?
Here's what I'm saying,
Like,
bro.
right? Now I want you to think about it. Ash Wednesday, if you practice the Christian faith, right?
Right.
Ash Wednesday.
Right.
40 days from that, if I'm not mistaken, 40 or 45 days from that, it's Easter Sunday,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And Good Friday is celebrated the Friday before Easter Sunday.
Right.
And if you pay attention, some years Easter's in March, some years Easter is in April,
Right.
right?
Right.
But Christmas is always on the 25th. So my question
Right.
is this.
Right.
Good Friday is the day they
Mm-hmm.
captured Jesus, right?
Okay.
The day he rose is Easter, Resurrection Sunday, right?
Okay.
That's where it all comes from. Y'all ain't know what the date was that day? So how
No,
could
they
we
didn't.
just automatically say that December 25th is Jesus' birthday when all the other days, other than the birthday, y'all don't know the date of the capture?
Right. It's just a day.
It's just oh nah, it was 40 days, it's like 37 days after Ash Wednesday. Yeah, but
Right.
what
So
date was Ash Wednesday?
so they was keeping count of the days but couldn't keep count of the years?
Right. So just for example, we looked at the definitions. We looked at the definition of Black Friday, right?
Right. Yep.
And
Where it
said
started.
that
Yep.
it said Black Friday is like when companies go into red or something like that. You still got it there?
Yeah, it's more stock market related.
Right.
It's when
All right. Yeah.
it was based on the stock market. Yeah.
Okay, but what date? Because
They
my
said it.
question
I would
is,
have to
if,
pull it
if
back
it
up.
was
Yeah.
if it was if it was November, let's say 27th or 26th or something, why is it not that every year? Why does it have to be Black Friday? Because they know that we followed. Because the whole thing about tradition, bruh, it goes with time and it goes with dates, important dates and important moments. So this is
Absolutely.
why we do this and this is why we do that, right? But really, why are some of them just celebrated as a day that's reserved every year that when they want to put the calendar out there, okay, it's just a group. Oh yeah, we agree with
Se-
this shit.
September 24th, 1869. Just to give
Black
you that date.
Friday, Black
September
Friday.
24th, 1869. Yep,
Okay,
that's
so why the hell is it Black Friday in November?
come
This is
on
what I'm
in.
saying because we leading up. It's all economy based, baby. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and what happens is we, like you said earlier in your point, traditions are formed because days we have certain meanings attached to them.
Yeah,
And then what we do is we just follow them without question. We
right.
just follow them. We turn around like what if I went into a store and said, the official date of Black Friday, the Friday that fell in that year, September 24th, 1869, it happened to be on a Friday. My
Mm-hmm.
question to you is what if that crash would happen Wednesday?
Right, right.
What if that question would have happened on Wednesday? Whole different situation.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So that being said, it's just us once again reiterating why traditions sometimes you need to look at them
Right,
and ask yourself, are they actually the thing that's preventing you from totally being able to live? It's nothing wrong with getting together with family and friends. Trust me. I know I'm not going to rewrite the script on when Thanksgiving is. I know I'm not going to rewrite the script in terms of how things come together. But if you believe in your heart of hearts that those feelings are attached to a specific day, then to be honest with you, you already limited your ability to be able to really take advantage and truly be able to, do the things that's going to really make you thankful.
right,
That's the basics of that. That's all I think that I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying to people. Yeah. If it was a great sale on Cyber Monday and you didn't jump on it, that was on you. The Porch Brothers ain't say nothing about don't take advantage of a great sale. What I'm saying to you is that clearly, the manufacturers or the people who sell these things, they already got the blueprint on when to roll these things out, and they know how people are going to gravitate towards it
because
because of a specific day
because
and
it
what's
already
being known as that.
because it already goes to a favorite term of ours, uh, ROI, return on
Mm-hmm.
investment, and they're looking for a deadline of when that return on the investment is going to be. And if they don't hit it by that day, all that shit's going on sale on Black Friday. That's it. Still goes back. God is real. We all know that, right? But it still goes back to what's printed in God we trust, right? On the dollar bill. It's all about money, bro. All of it. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to celebrate these things because I feel like it's all about money. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, what I am making it clear, make it make sense. It was a time that Veterans Day. I don't know if you remember. P. Veterans Day was always on a Thursday. It was always the Thursday 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. I maybe about 10 years ago, I remember them saying no Veterans Day. No, Veterans Day was always. Let me get this straight. Veterans Day was always November 11th, but
Get it straight, not
jobs,
crate.
huh?
Yeah, get it straight, not crate. Let me
Yeah,
get this
well,
straight.
you know what I mean. Straight, you know what I mean? Like, my man. So listen, like, Veterans Day was all. I'm saying it wrong. Always November the 11th. But remember,
Right,
jobs always celebrated it on Thursdays.
right,
Right.
right.
And then it
I
got
do
to a
remember that.
time,
Yep.
yeah, and then it got to a time they was like, no, we're celebrating it on November the 11th. I don't care if it's Monday, I don't care if it's Tuesday, I don't care. We celebrating it that day. And if it happens to fall on the weekend, you giving us a day off through the Monday through Friday time. That tradition was broke. But the meaning of the day still stand.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
question is again, why is Thanksgiving always on Thursday? My other question, um, Ash Wednesday is going to be on, and it's Ash Wednesday, but how do y'all come up? How do y'all come up with it should be around each other close. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention. Maybe Easter next year because this year it was like April 16th, 17th. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Maybe
Yeah.
next year is the week before or something, and it goes like that. And then it starts over a bit. But my point is, what
Hmm.
was the date?
My thing with all of that is once again, you know, I think sometimes the things that we pay attention to aren't the focus.
Right,
And I think that what we need to be paying attention to is, the main part of it. If it's about giving thanks and being thankful, that's a daily thing. That's not a
right,
specific thing. If it's about, what I mean, going out there and creating new memories and new traditions and new standards, that's another thing. I think at the end of the day, everybody who is blessed to be able to be around and do anything that they can do to be able to show their appreciation, I think they should be thankful. I know
right.
we had a great holiday. I know that these things that we talking about are a choice. They're a preference. Traditions are okay. Don't get me wrong. Do I think that they have a necessary point? Honestly, yeah, I do. I think they have a point, but don't let them be your only blueprint to life. Don't
Hmm.
allow yourself to be boxed in, because that's what I think sometimes happens. Don't allow yourself to be boxed in by those things. Once again, you know, me kind of getting off my soapbox, I want to say this one more time about that quote by Albert Einstein. We cannot solve our issue. No, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we use to create them. I want to, when I quote his things, I don't want to put my words and my terms into it. He said problems. He didn't say issues. So I don't want nobody going back. Oh, P, you was wrong. He said, once again, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we use to create them. Traditions aren't problems, but we live in an ever changing world, which means that there are some things that we need to hold on because of principle. But there is also a reality that we have to look at the world and see that it's changing and learn how to adapt to that as well. Find that sweet spot in between. And I think that you truly will maximize your return in life. E, man, it's been a great episode, brother.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. You know what I mean? Use a has been. A has been.
You know what I mean? When we get ready to get out of here, once again, we want to just let you guys know that we appreciate you rocking out with us each and every week, whether it's through any of your favorite podcasts and streaming services or actually watching the show on YouTube, at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Audio's usually up by what time, E? Break it down for them,
8
brother.
a.m.
Okay. And they can
8 a.m.
find it on, like we say each and every week, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Stitcher,
Mm-hmm.
Radio Public.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't say iHeartRadio,
You did.
iHeartRadio,
You didn't say Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
Audible,
Yeah.
um, Google Podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
just to name a few.
Yep.
That's what I got this week for him, brother. You
Hey
know what I mean?
man.
I don't know if you want to sign off,
Hey
baby.
man, listen, continue to support us, man. Tell a friend to watch the show. We love y'all, man. This is putting the Porch not Cobcast. Porch Podcast.
Woo!
Porch Podcast. Episode 101, man. We see y'all next week, man. We gone.
Absolutely.
All
Peace.
right, y'all. Peace. Peace.